Meech ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, you know, my response was, fuck you. My daddy, fuck you. Go to war, fuck you. And everything you, fuck you. I don't know what Meech was on some, nigga, that's my paw. I don't give a fuck. Right, wrong, that nigga, I don't give a fuck. My son, I ain't gonna go against this grain. That. I was like, damn, you know, like, seemed like him and 50 got a, you know, cause after that thing came out, how Meech was talking all, you know, like, no, all y'all. I'm with my dad, but you know, I ain't like his response. But seemed like he got a genuine love for 50 Cent on him, and from when I was reading it, like he seemed like he caught in the middle. But
what does he owe 50? Even crazier is how all of 50 Minions is ignoring the fact that he is basically admitting that he is a federal informant, just like Tammy. Irv tried to warn us. The stuff sounds so jacked up and emotional till it's not funny. Cuffy got on a call and said he cool with Tammy the cop, but is worried about Meech, who they have no evidence of snitching, just speculation.
Something's really wrong with that, bro. Like he loves the shit. He's with the shit. We've been with the shit for 20 years, beefing with the realest in the game. We comfortable being the bad guys of this shit. That's why when you see him do this shit with Irv, I wouldn't say nothing about Irv.
Oh my gosh, you guys, the drama is getting intense. Jay Prince just stormed into 50 Cent's beef with Big Meech, and now 50 has straight up declared war on him. Can you believe it? So here's the tea. Jay Prince came for 50 after Big Meech's concert got canceled, basically pointing fingers and saying 50 had something to do with it. But you know 50 wasn't about to sit there and take that. He clapped back immediately, calling Jay Prince a total loser and telling him to stay in his lane. At this point, 50 is ready to make an enemy out of anyone who dares to step in the way of his mission. He is determined to expose Big Meech as a snitch, and I've gotta say, you have to respect 50's hustle. The man is relentless. But what did Jay Prince actually say about 50? And is there any truth to the rumors that 50 was behind Big Meech's concert getting canceled? Let's spill all the tea.
Word on the street is 50 Cent just dropped a couple dollars getting Big Meech's concert canceled. Word on the street is 50 Cent just dropped a couple dollars getting Big Meech's concert canceled. So apparently, Big Meech's supposed to have a concert down in Miami, and he's supposed to be rocking with Rick Ross in his car show. That's why him and 50 beefed in the first place. Apparently 50 was calling around town getting everything canceled. Apparently everybody know why the whole concert is canceled down there in Miami, but we know the drill. 50 Cent put them dollars to use.
So here's the deal. Everyone has been pointing fingers at 50 Cent, saying he's the reason Big Meech's concert got canceled. And Jay Prince is definitely one of those people. Jay Prince took to social media and put 50 on blast. He accused 50 of acting like Big Meech owes him something. According to Jay Prince, if anybody owes someone, it's actually 50 who should be thanking Big Meech for letting him make all that money off his life story through the BMF series. And the shade didn't stop there. Prince called 50 a complete hypocrite, saying that if Big Meech is a snitch, then 50 is basically a cop. Ouch. But before we dive deeper into Jay Prince's comments, let's rewind and remember how we even got to this messy point in the first place. There's been so much back and forth drama between 50 Cent and Big Meech, and it all exploded when Big Meech teamed up with Rick Ross, who, as we all know, is 50's arch enemy. Big Meech and Rick Ross had planned this huge welcome home concert for Meech, which was supposed to bring in some much-needed cash since he'd just been released from prison. But 50 Cent was not having it. He saw this collaboration as a complete betrayal and immediately hit social media to expose Big Meech as a snitch. And of course, 50's post about Big Meech caught massive attention online, and people started picking sides fast. Some folks were Team 50 all the way, while others stood firmly behind Big Meech. But in true 50 fashion, anyone who showed even a hint of support for Big Meech instantly became his enemy. I'm talking everyone, even Big Meech's own son, Lil Meech. Lil Meech slid into into 50 Cent's DMs to defend his dad, explaining that Meech only linked up with Rick Ross to make some quick cash until the next BMF check came in. His message was heartbreaking. "They just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram and now you are managing Skilla Baby when I brought him around first when you didn't even have a clue who he was. Now you're mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you? I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only shown you love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through my own issues, but I never switched up on you. Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts." Lil Meech was clearly hurt to the core, but 50 Cent showed zero sympathy. Instead of understanding, 50 hit back by announcing he was canceling the BMF series altogether. He even shared a screenshot of Lil Meech's private text with the caption, "What next season? Talk about cold." After seeing how everything played out, Boosie had some strong words for Lil Meech about not backing his dad in this situation. During a recent Vlad TV interview, Boosie threw serious shade at 50 Cent and said Lil Meech shouldn't have reacted the way he did, especially with 50 going after his father. Boosie started by talking about Big Meech's concert getting canceled, calling it super random, especially since it happened so close to the event. Initially, rumors were spreading that 50 Cent had something to do with the concert getting pulled because he didn't want Big Meech making money alongside Rick Ross. But 50 quickly denied any involvement, saying, "I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm stronger than you think I am." 50 didn't stop there, though. He followed up with another post saying, "If you bought an outfit and were ready to turn up, I apologize for whoever's responsible. Let's get to that." Then he dropped yet another post. "I apologize, OGs, for your trip to Miami, but been playing with me so you know. Let's build when y'all get back to the city." Now back to Boosie's interview. Boosie was adamant that Lil Meech should have stood with his dad and told 50 Cent exactly where to stick it. He felt Lil Meech should have made it crystal clear that family comes first no matter what.
I ain't like his response. It seemed like he got a genuine kind of love for 50 on his response. But, you know, my response was, you. My daddy, you. Go to war, you. And everything you. I don't know what Meech was on some. That's my paw. I don't give a right, wrong. That nigga, I don't give a my son, I ain't gonna go against this grain. That. I was like, damn, you know, like, seemed like him and 50 got a, you know, cause after that then came out how Meech was talking all, you know, like, no, all y'all. I'm with my dad, but you know, I ain't like his response. Seemed like he got a genuine love for 50 Cent on him, and from when I was reading it, like he seemed like he caught in the middle.
But 50 Cent wasn't about to let that slide either. He came back with a fierce clapback. He took to social media and went off, saying that Lil Meech had every reason to pick his side over Big Meech because 50 had done more for him than his own father ever did. 50 went on to explain that he took Lil Meech out of the streets, cleaned him up, and put money in his pocket. When Lil Meech started getting caught up in drugs, 50 would send him to rehab and give him guidance on handling his money. He said, "I did more for Meech than anyone in his life, Boosie. That's why he responded like that. If he gets locked up, I'm the first person he calls. Bailed him out every time. When I saw him laughing at his pop's post, I said, oh, he's a snake too. He belongs with him." 50 also added that he felt like Big Meech was low-key jealous of his bond with Lil Meech. According to 50, they had a father-son relationship that Big Meech couldn't form with Lil Meech, mainly because Big Meech had been locked up the whole time. 50 went on to say, "I thought about it. I think he was uncomfortable with me and Meech's relationship. I'm telling Meech I don't want him doing drugs. He told him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Meech, chill, stop spending all your money. He told him how much money he blew. People don't know I had to send Meech to rehab. Russell Hornsby peeped he was high as on set. He started throwing up at a weapons test. Then Ian told me the Lil had whippets in his truck. I said, what is whippets? I looked, it's that are in baby guns." Through all of this drama, Big Meech mostly stayed quiet. However, he did release a short video addressing the snitch rumors where he made it crystal clear that he's never snitched on anyone.
Artists that will still be at the concert.
He don't do nothing but tear down black men.
Look at it. He's nothing given. You've never seen 50 give nobody no flowers, no respect. He just play on people downfall. Diddy, Irv, Gotti, Ja Rule.
Yeah.
Now Big Meech. You've never seen 50 say nothing positive.
But here's the thing. A lot of people already think Big Meech either directly or indirectly snitched. There's this thing called third-party cooperation where an inmate gets someone else to do their dirty work and snitch for them. Basically, they pass information to that person who then feeds it to the feds. Allegedly, that's the connection between Big Meech and Tammy Cowen. Court documents have been circulating mentioning someone named CS1, supposedly the informant Big Meech used. Here's the shocking twist. It turns out CS1 is supposedly Tammy Cowen, and she was the one Big Meech allegedly used to set up his friend and business associate St. Louis kingpin Dion Gatling, aka Cuffy. 50 Cent has promised to spill all the tea in an upcoming tell-all documentary about Tammy Cowen, where all the secrets between her and Big Meech will be laid out for the world to see. He even dropped a voice note from her saying they might as well tell the whole story.
She's privileged to what's called the affidavits in support of the wiretaps.
Okay.
It's like 3 affidavits. In those affidavits, it tells Meech's full role. Now, I wasn't allowed to have them because they played this, I'm this kingpin and I'm this killer and they life in jeopardy.
Right.
In danger.
Right.
That's why they was able to close the courtroom. We'd have been out at Meech. But they played a cold game. I give it to her. And they was playing chess and we was playing checkers.
Okay.
She used the threat of her life and that I was gonna have some hitmen in the federal courtroom to kill her. And they closed the courtroom to the media. My shit standing room only. I'm that dude in that shit, homie.
Right.
I'm that dude in that shit.
Right.
So that's why they ain't been came out. But the affidavits in support of the wiretap, she has them.
So she can get them for sure.
If she got them.
Okay.
She got them. The only person they barred from having the documents was me.
Okay. So you the only one that don't got the information.
Right.
Gotcha.
Everybody else, it's called discovery. Everybody else got the packet.
Okay.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never fold, never told, never will. Death before the time, always will. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family. Come out to the Amarana Arena, February 3rd.
People have such mixed feelings about Tammy's involvement in all this, and there are all kinds of wild theories floating around. The word on the street is that Tammy and Big Meech had a thing before he went to jail. Allegedly, she thought they'd finally be together when he got out, which is why she helped him secure a reduced sentence. But for whatever reason, Big Meech didn't want to continue their relationship once he was out, which supposedly made her furious. Now it looks like she's ready to air all the dirty laundry about him. Suddenly, it makes perfect sense why 50 Cent said Big Meech made a huge mistake by not keeping his relationship with Tammy intact. It also explains why 50's been coming for anyone who supports Big Meech, even if they're supposed to be his friends. 50 is going all out, and now we know why. Take Tony Yayo, for instance. He had a lot to say about this whole beef during his interview with Vlad TV. According to Yayo, he doesn't really buy the idea that 50 Cent was the reason Big Meech's concert got canceled. He pointed out that there are a lot of factors that can lead to a concert being called off. Yayo suggested it could have been because ticket sales weren't up to par, or the artist management realized the risks involved with performing at a concert that was tied up in all this drama. They weren't getting paid, and the bad press from 50 Cent beefing with Big Meech was only going to make things worse. Yayo said that while the artist might have wanted to do the event for free out of respect for Big Meech, they ultimately had to choose a side. That's just how the industry works. No rapper is going to pick Big Meech over 50 Cent, especially when it comes to business.
Hustlers, they not promoters, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it failed, or maybe shit wasn't right, but you know, a lot of artists was lined up to do it, and if that's what they wanted to do, that's on them, you know? But let's keep it real, when say Gunna's a rat, the whole ATL falling back from him. So my whole thing is...
Hold on, let me interrupt you there. People were saying Gunna was a rat, but Gunna was selling out concerts everywhere
I
he
know,
was going.
but what I'm saying is falling back from him because he took a cop out and it looked funny, right? Now, you hear this about Meech, like, yo, show the paperwork. There's more that's rooting for Meech because he's their hero, which is understandable. But I tell in this rap game, pick and choose every single day. That's why I was cool with being a bad guy and not having too much friends in the rap game. I was so used to it because people pick and choose. You're gonna either like Cardi or you're gonna like Nicki. You're gonna like Ice Spice or you're gonna like Lotto. Come on, bro. I be around rappers. I hear the talk.
Tony Yayo didn't stop there, though. He made it crystal clear that he's not ready to believe any of the snitch rumors about Big Meech unless he sees solid proof in the form of paperwork. Yayo also had some words for 50 Cent, saying that he feels like 50 is doing way too much at this point. He said that if he had as much money as 50, he wouldn't be online trying to expose someone as a snitch or getting caught up in all these petty beefs. Yayo feels like 50 is taking the whole thing too far, and if he were in his shoes, he'd be focused on bigger things instead of stirring up drama.
I mean, I guess fuck with Meech like that, and you know, I fuck with Scooter and Boosie and all them artists like that. I guess they felt like until they see paperwork, they not gonna do it or whatever, or they gonna do it. But the concert ended up getting canceled anyway.
Well, right, because leading up to the concert, that's when Meech took the picture with Ross, and that set off a whole big chain of events.
Yeah.
And at one point, Lil Meech, texted 50 and was like, yo, Ross, but we need to get this.
Yo, listen, let me
he's
tell
just
you
giving us
something.
some money until my next paycheck for the next season.
Look,
and he was like, what season?
Listen, Vlad, if I had 50 money, I wouldn't talk about Meech. I wouldn't talk about Big Meech, Little Meech. I wouldn't talk about Ross. 50 is something's really wrong with that, bro. Like, he loves the shit. He's with the shit. We've been with the for 20 years, beefing with the realest in the game. We comfortable being the bad guys of it. That's why when you see him do this shit with Irv, I wouldn't say nothing about Irv, But if something happened to us, we realize be popping champagne and dancing, getting sturdy, pop champagne. Would I do it? Nah. Does some of this Fifth do? Do I agree with it? No, I'm not a yes man. But the crazy. So even the public in the comments, they don't make it no better because they know the reaction Fifth is gonna give back. That's been like that his entire.
You can kind of see where Yayo was coming from, but honestly, some of what he said DID sound like he was throwing shade at 50. And you already know 50 is not the type to let stuff like that slide. So even though Yayo is his boy, 50 wasn't having it and clapped back on IG saying, "Oh, this made me push him in the bushes." Then 50 trolled Yayo by sharing this old video of a performance where Yayo, for whatever reason, opened his behind on stage. 50 added the caption, "Who told you to do that, bro? You're crazy. And why did you get a poopy with that big coat?" But it wasn't just Tony Yayo catching heat from 50. Jay Prince also got some serious smoke when he went off on 50, saying 50 was doing too much with the whole Big Meech situation. According to Jay Prince, Big Meech owes 50 nothing, and he called 50 a hypocrite for calling Meech a rat when, according to Jay Prince, 50 is also a snitch. 50 clapped back hard at Jay Prince on Instagram, throwing shade with posts like, "Some of y'all secretly dislike me. I don't have the energy to hide how I feel." He didn't stop there, though. 50 also called out Big Meech for not looking out for Lil Meech, saying, "Why old boy didn't look out for Meech and send him to acting school. Big screech. All your people that were out did nothing for him. You come home thinking you are the Black Pablo Escobar and effed him up. I helped your family make over $5 million legit dollars. It's not my fault, it's all gone." At this point, it seems like 50 Cent is ready to go after anyone who steps into his beef with Big Meech. But the question is, do you think 50 is doing too much? Or should people just get off his back and let him handle Big Meech on his own? Sound off in the comments below and then check out this next video. Check out this